Lawrence Mead of the Pugilist Place. We're here with AJ Saldivar, who is about to make his pro debut on Friday on this Thompson Boxing card here in Ontario.
Sounds good.
AJ, thank you for doing this. The first question I want to ask you is this. Be honest, what kind of nerves are you experiencing right now on the eve of your pro debut?
Right now, it hasn't really hit me. Maybe when I'm like in the ring, but I just want to get some water. That's on top of my head right now.
Yeah, I can imagine these weight cuts are no joke, and to see you guys all suffering here.
Yeah, everybody's all, like I said, sucked in. They can't really talk.
You're a 21-year-old junior middleweight from Ontario, California, so you'll be performing here in your hometown. Do you have a nickname?
AJ is my nickname, yeah. We tried like other stuff like Slick Paw, and like it just didn't really go with me. So sticking with AJ.
No names, no gimmicks for you, right?
Nah. Plus everybody knows me as AJ.
How long you been boxing for?
Since I started at 15, but I started competing at 16. So about like 5 years, 6 years. Yeah.
What took you in the gym for the first time?
I've always did an individual sport. Before boxing, I did football, team sports. But before that, I did BMX for like 6, 7 years. When I started, I was 4. You know, compete national, all around the country and stuff. So it's no different from, you know, boxing and when I did BMX, because you can't rely on the quarterback to make your mistakes. It's you're the one that's out there. So yeah.
Wow. So yeah, you're going on the whole individualism part of boxing, that you can't look and blame a loss on somebody else.
When I was younger too, I didn't care about boxing. I didn't even think of myself like as a boxer. And people tell me, "Oh, you don't look like a boxer." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't get hit." But yeah, we like a couple of years ago, we used to get like the flyers from the Thompson card on my door, and my dad would be like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's go." And next thing you know, fighting here in my hometown.
How amazing is that, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, a couple years down the road, you're fighting on a card here, and Thompson does their club shows like no other. Their live stream is seen by thousands of people across the country, so it's pretty awesome to be making your pro debut here. So it didn't put you off getting punched or bleeding for the first time or anything like that?
Nah, well, I always liked to fight too when I was younger, so I just had that rush. But it's gonna be different when, you know, come tomorrow night, because I never hit anybody without headgear, like full force trying to knock their head off. So it's gonna sink in tomorrow.
So you have a notable trainer in your corner. Henry Ramirez is your trainer, well known in the boxing industry. How did that relationship get started?
We always knew him, but like it was hard because, you know, I told my dad, you know, well, if we didn't have Henry, how would we be where we at? We always looked at him too, like as a potential head trainer when I advanced my career. And right when the pandemic hit, I think is when I took my stuff and headed to the gym. He said, "Hey, yo, you know, you trained me, this and that." So, did good. Look where I'm at.
That's right. And there's he's a great corner man to be guiding your career. Great Twitter follow too. He's hilarious.
I don't even know his Twitter. He has a Twitter.
Really? Yeah.
I see what he be saying.
No. He's a good follow. Who were some of the fighters you enjoyed watching growing up?
We used to watch Mayweather fight a lot. Canelo too. But like I said, I wasn't really into boxing. I didn't really watch boxing like that. I still don't, to be honest. I don't really like watching boxing because I pick up on habits and stuff. But I'd probably say Floyd. Probably like my look up.
Would make sense being a defensive fighter. So you're not even a fan. Like you won't really watch like boxing every weekend or.
Nah, to be honest, I wouldn't.
Wow.
But it's different when you're actually like at a boxing match. It's way different.
Right.
Yeah.
That's Anthony Chavez, also at Raincross, was like that too. He's not a real big fan of boxing.
Nah, yeah, he's a good friend of mine too.
He likes to fight, but he doesn't like to watch fighting.
Nah.
So you're a southpaw, and you said you're defensive minded. Can you describe your style of fighting a little more?
Hit, don't get hit. Kind of like what I'm a boxer, but I can, if I really bite down my mouthpiece, I could do what I'm capable of. But I don't like brawling though. Brawling's not my style. I just sit back, wait for them to make mistakes, read them, and figure them out.
And pick them apart. Yeah. Would you say that's your biggest weapon, your defense?
I say my jab, probably a weapon that I can use to get in and out of trouble.
Southpaw jab. Who's your favorite person to spar at Raincross? And there's a lot of fighters around that junior middleweight.
I like sparring Nelson. He always keeps me on my toes. He always gets the best of me. I always get the best of him. There's this other guy, Rowdy, too. He's a tall, light skin. Hates sparring him. Everybody hates sparring him.
Why is it? He's a slick guy?
Well, he's tall and awkward. He's like 6'3", and he's just awkward. He don't really know how to, like, fight. He knows how to fight, but, like, he's just awkward.
Right, just a unique style. How was your training camp for this pro debut?
It was pretty good up until last week.
What happened last week?
Well, I had to, like, cut weight and kill myself. But other than that, conditioning was good. Shout out to Eric Garcia. He's in Upland, my strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah, your first weight cut, but it's almost over here. You're about to step on the scales in under an hour.
Yeah.
What do you know about your opponent, and what do you have to do to be victorious on Friday?
I don't know much about him. I just know he hasn't fought in 2 years, and the fight I did watch when he fought, he didn't look too good. And he was against another pro debuter, Xavier Hayes. He's a good friend of mine too. So, yeah. So like he's like 30. He's like 34 or something. So yeah. But still, take no opponent lightly. Still go out there and do my thing. And
it's gonna be interesting going in there against a grown man.
Yeah. Young bull too. He's turned 21. So.
Yeah, exactly. So as you mentioned, you kind of touched upon this a little bit before. You played a lot of sports. You're competitive. You can do a lot of things. You're young. The world is completely open to you. Why do you fight?
That's a good question, man. Well, I fight because, first it's easy, and I don't want to let a good talent go to waste. I hear everybody tell me, oh, you got potential. I'm tired of hearing that. And I'm like, all right, well, let me show these people what. I'm tired of the amateurs, take the headgear off, and let's see what we're about. But, yeah, I'm very athletic. I have a lot of football players in my family that I go out there and we do one-on-ones, drills like that. Basketball, so close to dunking. Almost done.
You're very long and rangy, which be interesting.
They just took my reach about an hour ago. I think I have like a 73-inch reach.
Wow.
It's like 6 foot reach.
It'll be interesting to see you grow into that grown man frame as you get older.
Mm-hmm.
Last question: 10 years from now, what will people be saying about you?
Great guy. Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, probably cause I want to be an inspiration to like other people and like other fighters. Other fighters look up to other fighters. That's how I want to be. I want to be an inspiration. Reach out to the youth. Cause youth right now, Gen Z is not looking too good. So yeah, I just want to reach out to other little kids. Not even more so just about boxing, just about like putting them on life and stuff like that.
So they'll be looking. You'll have these young middle school and high school kids saying, you know what, AJ did his thing. He came up out of Ontario. I looked up to him. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like I spoke at a high school not too long ago, cause I had a before when I boxed, I had a trainer take me in under his wing. And if it weren't for, he'd be at the fights too. His name's Jason. Shout out to Jason. But yeah, he's like, hey, y'all, awesome, cause he teaches like not bad. He's a principal. So he teaches he's a school in San Bernardino, and he teaches kids like the bad kids and stuff like that. So I was just talking to them and giving them some advice and just don't let people tell you can't do and stuff like that. So
they look up to that, and especially in these communities, you'd be surprised at how many of the kids love boxing. I mean, it's like football, boxing, even interchangeably. They love sports, and they know the fighters who are coming from the Inland Empire and stuff. So you're making a big impression on these local youth. All right, AJ, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it. Best of luck to you tomorrow. Yeah. We look forward to it. Any predictions?
It's knockout, hopefully.
Knockout?
Hopefully. I don't really be looking for the knockout, but if it comes, it comes. But hopefully we get the dub.
Where can fight fans follow you on social media?
You follow me at AJ.Saldivar.
All right, AJ. Again, best of luck to you. We'll talk to you real soon.
Appreciate it, man.